Good evening, everyone. Normally, every way of working, we have met today to just see what else is still unfinished on our side, so we can panel beat a few other things that we might need prior to our special SDC, the delegates convention that is coming forth. So literally that's it, because we don't need to preempt what we are going to discuss then, unless you have other questions.
We don't need to. Yeah, so let the leader also say something.
Members of the press, this is this was a meeting of the National Executive Committee chaired by our party chair, Governor Gladys Wanga. Majorly, we discussed the issue of the National Delegates Conference, which is coming up on 27th of this month. We want to confirm as a party that we are prepared for the conference. Everything has been put into motion. All preparations are being done to make sure that that day happens. And we want to take our party forward, and we want to conclude in that delegates conference all pending matters that the party is supposed to conclude. So the way our Secretary General has said, that was the main agenda of this meeting, chaired by the party chair, and that is the position of the party, and that is what we have deliberated, and that's what we have agreed, that we move on with the NDC on 27th, and we invite all of you to attend, to give us coverage if you can.
I know even as you plan for the NDC on the 27th, you talked of the agenda. I don't know, in terms of the agenda, do you have an agenda for the NDC? And is it elections part of the agenda?
Our constitution says you have to give a 21-day notice for the conference. The 21-day notice begins on Friday. So there will be a notice that will be published in the dailies that will show the agenda that we are going to discuss in that meeting. So hold your horse until Friday.
Yeah? I'm sure we discussed about it.
Yeah, but why should we tell you if it's going to be published on Friday?
Yes, exactly.
So you'll find it in the newspapers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My name is Ibrahim from NTV. Has this net or ODM at its top level discussed about the fate of the 10-point agenda? I see the chair of point 10 is here. It's touted that it's coming to an end on 7th, that is the next 3 days. Have you analyzed what has been implemented, the extent of implementation of those recommendations from 10-point agenda and NATCO? Is it something that was before you?
Okay.
The chair.
Today's sole agenda was discussing the NDC, but we also looked at the issue of the 10-point agenda and its implementation, and we have agreed that next week on Tuesday there will be a joint PG of Kenya Kwanza and ODM, who are the signatories of the 10-point agenda, and a progress report will be provided by the Coin 10 team led by Dr. Agnes Zani. But what I'd like to correct is the statement that the 10-point agenda is ending on 7. The 10-point agenda is moving this nation forward the way it was discussed and canvassed. It cannot have an end date. Moving this nation forward, looking at the issues of the NADCO report, looking at the issues of strengthening devolution, looking at the issues of corruption, looking at the issues of debt in this country, cannot have an end date. It is work in progress always. And therefore, what we will be looking at next week will be the progress report provided by the Coin 10 team. Somebody has mentioned that there is an end date in that document. That document is public.
That is his marriage.
It is a public document. Look at it, read it from page 1 to the last page. There is no end date in the 10-point agenda document. It was the spirit of that document, and all of us were there when it was created, was how do we together move this nation forward and address the issues that bedevil this country. They do not have an end date.
Yesterday, the
the other factions together.
No, let the chair say something about 10. The other factions you will later.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The committee overseeing the implementation of the 10-point agenda and NADCO report is actually now ready with the report. As you know, the 7th falls on Saturday. And you also know that this process is driven by the principles of the two political parties, UDA and ODM, for which a date has to be given for the presentation of the report. And we stand guided. Now, that document in terms of the TORs was very, very clear. Several reports were to be given from the time when we were instituted from the 6th of August. The first report was in October. There was another one on the 6th of December. There was another one on the 6th of February, where we have been explaining to our principals exactly what we're doing and having deliberations with them. That report is drafted so clearly, the TORs just says that the report again will be given on the 7th of March, among other reports. It doesn't say at any date that is the last of all the reports. This has been a consultative process with the principals as has been carved in the TORs. So somebody just has to go through the TORs. That 7th March coincides with the signing of the MOU. It's the anniversary bit of it that is stressed in that TOR along that particular establishment statement for the committee overseeing the implementation of the 10-point agenda and the NADCO report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, my name is Sonny from Citizen TV. Just to ask, I saw on the nation today that there is a party that has been registered called Linda Mwananchi, and there's another party called ODM. We are not talking about other parties.
We are not discussing about other parties. People are free to register what they want to register. Ask us about ODM. Thank you.
This was essentially a working committee. I want to give our SG the opportunity to just brief us on what we have resolved, which essentially is just moving forward on a few issues.